took her a cup of tea, but she's dead to the world.
I don't know why you let her over at doorstep. I knew she'd be trouble.
Trouble? Gary, this could be the answer to all our prayers.
The offspring of low-life Liam, who've you been praying to?
The baby can't help who its father is.
No, but I'm not picking up where he left off.
I don't know why you're so against this. I mean, it's no different to adoption.
It's totally different to adoption. When you go up for adoption, you've got to go through the proper channels. They do all sorts of checks. You can't just wander in and say, I've taken in this teenager. Is it all right if I keep her kid?
All we'll be doing is giving an unwanted baby a loving home. What is wrong with that?
It's a crazy idea. I don't want to hear any more about it.
I suppose I'd better get a paper on my way to work, see if there are any bedsits going.
Oh, don't worry about Des. I can wrap him round my little finger.
You still here?
Oh, give us a chance, will you?
You serious, then? I thought perhaps it was your perverse sense of humour rearing its ugly head again.
No, I'm dead serious.
Of course, we could always go legal on this. After all, Chris is a sitting tenant.
No, in which case I'd have to go illegal and he'd become a flying tenant.
I'd like to see you try.
Sorry, I better be careful what I say. You've probably killed men with your bare hands out in the Zambezi or whatever it was.
Rwanda.
Anyway, surprised you can bear to be cooped up in a little house like this. Thought you'd prefer to sleep under the stars.
Don't worry, he'll come round. I'll talk to him at dinner time.
Save your breath. The sooner I get out of this place, the better.
Anyway, you don't know the baby is unwanted.
We gave her money for an abortion, remember?
She didn't go through with it, though, did she?
Oh, come on, Gary. She's 15, she can hardly look after herself, let alone a baby.
Social services will give her all the help she needs.
She can't cope. If she has a baby on her own, in a year's time, they'll come and take it off her. As if nothing terrible happens to it before then.
You don't know that for sure. And if something does go wrong, then the baby can be put up for adoption properly.
It just seems such a shame when we can give it a loving home from the beginning.
Dude, it's none of our business.
Do you want a baby or what?
Of course I do. I want one of my own.
Well, you're going to have to find someone else who can have one then, aren't you?
Our own. A baby of our own. Anyway, you don't know for sure that you can't have kids.
I know it's pretty unlikely after what doctors said.
Well, even if you are right, that's no reason to go grabbing someone else's.
Well, why not? I want a baby more than anything else in the world.
I know. But it's not that simple.
It's just so unfair, Gary. So unfair.
It is, sweetheart. It is.
Oi, what are you doing?
Measuring the bar up for a header shelf.
Who told you to do that?
Alec Gilroy.
Did he? Just hang on a minute. Alec!
Yes, Jack.
What's all this about a new header shelf?
Oh, yes. Well, you know the old cock in Bessie Street?
Yes, the one they're doing up, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're getting rid of theirs, you see, and I thought if it'd go all the way around our bar, we should have it, and George here is measuring up.
Do you know, I'm sure there used to be a shelf up there. Mind you, I'm going back to Annie Walker's day.
Never mind Annie Walker's day. You can't be doing things like this off your own bat. You never asked us.
Well, I'm asking you now.
No, you've got to ask us first.
Jack, it's a shelf for putting glasses on so we don't have to bend down. I thought you'd be pleased.
That is not the point. You cannot do alterations to the premises without asking the consent of the shareholders.
Well, lucky for me, we're all three here. What do you think about putting a shelf
No,
on?
no. We've got to do it properly, like we do with Betty's Hot Shot, haven't we? We've got to have a shareholders meeting.
Is that strictly necessary?
Oh, yes. And then you put your suggestions, and then we have a vote.
Well, do I carry on measuring up then or what?
No.
Yes.
Do you want a bit more toast?
I won't be able to move if you eat anymore.
Yeah, you will. You need feeding up anyway. Think of the baby.
I couldn't, honest. I wouldn't mind having another bath, though.
Of course you can have another bath.
Don't use all the hot water.
Oh, ignore him. Use as much as you like.
Thanks.
Go on. You okay?
Yeah, it's just the baby kicking.
Honest?
It's always doing it. I don't think it likes me.
Can I have a feel?
Hmm?
Why do you call it it? Do you not think of it as a boy or girl?
I think of it as one big hassle.
Hey, you can feel it, Gary. It's kicking.
When are you going for this bath? Now?
Yeah, sorry.
What are you looking for?
There's an exercise book in here somewhere. Here it is.
Well, what do you want it for?
To write the minutes of the meeting is going to be a proper job this year, isn't it?
Well, I still think it's a daft idea having a shareholders meeting just to decide whether to put a shelf up or not.
It's not about the shelf, that's what I've been trying to tell you. It's about who makes the decisions in here. Me and you, or Alec Flaming Gilroy.
Well, it was you that sold him half at Flaming Business.
Half? Yes. There's only one of him. There's two of us.
So?
So, any time he tries it on, like today, for instance, we have a shareholders meeting and we outvote him.
So we're not having a shelf put up?
The shelf is not important. What matters is showing him who's boss.
We have a quorum, I see.
We've got a what?
These aren't our usual meat pies.
No, Ashley Peacock brought 'em round.
You mean they're Fred Elliott's?
Well, Maureen says they're cheaper. Andy lets us have 'em on sale or return.
I bet he does.
One of the perks of going out with a butcher, I suppose.
Our Maureen should know better than mix business with pleasure. I don't approve.
What, Fred or his pies?
Either.
Just these, is it? Please. Not been in for a few days. Don't know how Chris and Kevin have coped without you.
Well, I like to leave them to fend for themselves from time to time, you know. Makes them appreciate me all the more.
It won't end with pies, you know. It'll be sausages next and then chickens. And before you know it, he'll be behind this counter.
That's $2.30, please. There you are. Thank you. And 20 change.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. You were watching her like a hawk. Have you got her down as a shoplifter?
Right. Now, about this header
Oh,
shelf.
hang on. You can't just go on with the agenda. You haven't even decided who's going to write the minutes yet.
The minutes?
All has to be above board shareholders meeting. Saves arguments later, do you see?
All right, well, you write the minutes then, Jack.
You happy with that, Vera, love?
Well, as long as you print it, else nobody better read it.
Right. I'll print it. What's the date again?
It's the 27th, Jack.
Shareholders meeting. June. Was it?
27th.
27th. Present herewith. Jane.
Vera, do you find you get backache bending down, you know, to pick up the glasses?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Right, I'll let you.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, it's very nice
A.
woodwork.
Gilroy.
And it'll blend in beautifully, I'm sure.
Right. Item 1, proposed header shelf.
Jack, do you think we could dot the I's and cross the T's later? Only we're going to have folk hammering at the door.
Yeah, it is right. Come on, get on with it.
Right. Are we going to put up this header shelf?
I'm against the idea.
Why?
I think it's an unnecessary expense. Let's put the matter to a vote.
Oh, voting now, is it? Oh, this is very formal.
All in favour of the header shelf above the bar, raise your hand.
Well, I think it's a champion idea.
Right, that's settled then. Now then, can we get out there and start selling some ale, please?
I've been a very good girl. I've not been near you all week, so I think I deserve a reward.
Oh, aye. What have you got in mind?
Come round to my house tonight and you'll find out.
Not tonight.
Oh, you're starting to sound like Napoleon.
Look, you knew it wouldn't be easy when Sally got back.
Oh, come round tonight, Kevin. Please.
All right. Just for a couple of hours.
Room for a third?
Yeah, I was just leaving. I'll see you back over the road then.
Yeah, OK.
I'm not disturbing anything, am I?
No, he's just talking shop.
Yeah, so, George, what are we talking about then? 500 quid a lot?
What, for cash?
Oh, 450 for cash.
Go on then. You drive a hard bargain.
You can start on Monday. Right. Vera, did you hear that, love? It can start on Monday and it'll be 500 quid all in.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Now what can I get you to drink?
I'll have a double whiskey.
Look, come on, face sake. Look lively.
You know, I can't believe you siding with the enemy against your own husband.
I've done nothing of the sort.
You've made a rod for your own back, you know that,
Oh,
don't you?
how far?
Because you have shown him how to get his own way in future. Divide and rule. You may well get his name over the door now.
Oh.
Jack, we're running out of pork scratchings now. Will I order some more, or shall we convene another shareholders' meeting?
Hiya.
Hiya.
Have some salad stuff for lunch. There's enough for two if you fancy.
That's a feeble attempt at bribery, you can forget it.
All right, then, you can starve.
Look, Ange, I know you think I've got it in for Chris, but it would never have worked, three of us in a tiny little house like this.
I suppose not.
It's a recipe for disaster. We'd be at each other's throats all the time.
You're absolutely right.
Whereas me and you, we're mates. We go back a long way. I'm sure we'll get on like a house on fire.
What makes you think I'm staying?
Well, are you?
Of course not. If Chris goes, I go. We're seeing a couple of places tonight, in fact.
I see.
I have to say, Des, I think it's very sad you couldn't have been a bit more grown up about this. Travel obviously didn't broaden your horizons.
I only went to Norfolk. And what do you mean, grown up?
Oh, come on, Des. The real reason you want Chris out is because you can't bear to see two people in a happy relationship.
I can't bear to see two people in a happy relationship. That's complete rubbish. I admit I don't happen to like Chris very much.
Oh, and you've really given him a chance, haven't you?
Well, why should I? It's my house.
And you're welcome to it.
Hang on, hang on. Maybe I have been a bit unfair. Sit down a minute.
And already the Dolly Tub's proving to be a success, and they don't owe anyone a penny.
It's like the old days when they had the laundrettes, you know, and it was like
Judy Gontwork. I've got some good news for you. I found you somewhere to stay.
Where?
I rang social services this morning. Let me finish. And I told them that I thought it was a disgrace that someone of your age was sleeping rough. And they said if I take you down there this afternoon, they'll try and sort you out.
I see.
I thought you'd be pleased.
They'll only put me in a kid's home.
Well, surely any sort of home's better than sleeping rough. Especially for someone in your condition.
Can't I stop here?
No, that's not possible.
I'll be no bother.
Zoe, no.
Judy said I can't.
It's not up to Judy, it's up to me. Anyway, she's got enough on her plate looking after me and Scamper. She's not been too clever lately.
Looks okay to me.
Well, she's not. And having you here is making matters worse. So you can't stop, do you understand? You've got two choices. You either come with me down to the social services and we'll try and sort you out, or you take your sleeping bag down to the precinct and you fend for yourself. Well, what's it going to be?
Any joy?
They're either too far away or cost a bomb.
I don't understand why you got to move out anyway. I mean, you're sharing a room with Angie, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll freeze a crowd. Me and Des haven't exactly hit it off.
Join the club. There you go, Jim. Ta.
Thanks, Tommy, out there, son. Listen, I think you need your head examining anyway.
Turn it in, Dad. Give it a rest.
I'll tell you what, there's this wee girl at the house we're working on. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Fancies the pants off him, so she does. She does so. She's been chatting you up all day.
She has not been chatting me up.
Here, I should know. Me and Willie's been doing your work. Come here. Aye, well, I still say you should ask her out, so I do. I'll give you good money, she'll say yes.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not interested, I've told you.
Oh, I see. Would you rather I asked her for you, eh? Is that it?
Look, Dad, you've done a lot of good things for me since I came out of prison, and I appreciate it. But you don't have to organise my social life for me, you know.
Yeah, well, I just think it's about that time, you know, that you should have yourself a girlfriend, you know what I mean?
But I don't want a girlfriend.
Oh, behave yourself, Stephen, eh? You've been in the big house for a year and you don't want a girlfriend? Look, if you're saving yourself for Fiona, you're peeing in the wind, as they say.
Oh, what do you know about it?
Well, I know she's engaged to a policeman for a start.
So what? Loads of people are engaged, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, right, she's just playing hard to get, is that it?
Well, I know she still fancies me, if that's what you mean.
No, she don't. Behave yourself.
She does. She's just too proud to admit it. Look, it'll take a long time to get her back. I know it does, but I will.
Stephen, she doesn't fancy you, and she hasn't fancied you since you dumped her for Victoria.
Look, I was an idiot for marrying Victoria, I know I was. But she'll be an idiot if she marries Alan.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, when you were doing a lot of thinking in your cell, Shall I tell you what she was doing? She was looking forward. She was getting on with her life. Forget her.
You don't know what you're talking about.
She asked me to have a word with you, Stephen.
Well, what do you mean?
She's fed up with you hanging around. Matter of fact, the way she puts it, she's starting to get annoyed. She wants it to stop. Where are you going? Got a job to do, no you well?
Stick your job.
You all set then? Here, take this.
What for?
To help you get back on your feet. I was thinking, maybe you should leave Jude a note to say thank you.
Can't you thank her for me?
I could, but it'd be better coming from you, after she was nice enough to let you stay.
Maybe.
Just a few words, like I said, to say thank you, and not to worry about you.
That taxi's late. It were ordered half an hour ago.
Well, shall I give him another ring for you?
Give him another couple of minutes. I see all Elliot pies have gone.
Yeah, they've been very popular.
Aye. But don't you let on to our Maureen.
Well, what am I going to say when she asks me?
Or tell her someone found a toenail in one and I made you sling the rest of them out.
I can't say that.
Well, you sort yourself. But don't blame me when you're wearing a butcher's apron. Oh, there he is now. I'll see you tomorrow, Sally.
Yeah, bye, Maud.
Bye, love.
Hey, Maud.
Oh, hello, Bill.
Thank goodness it's you, Bill. I've got to talk to somebody. I'm going mad here.
Hey, Maud, it does have that effect sometimes.
No, it's not Maud, it's me. I'm putting 2 and 2 together and I'm coming up with 5. I know I am, but I just can't seem to stop myself.
Hey, slow down. You're going too fast for me. Right, now what's on your mind?
You're probably going to laugh when I tell you.
Well, try me.
You know I told you that me and Kevin had that heart-to-heart last week?
Yeah.
It was about him and Natalie. Something Rosie said made me think that they might be up to something.
I see.
Anyway, I confronted Kevin about it. I asked him about it.
And what did he say?
Well, he denied it. But then he would, wouldn't he?
So you don't believe him?
Yeah. No. I just wish I knew what to believe. You think I'm balmy, don't you? I'm probably going daft.
No, I don't, no. But I just find it a bit hard to take in that somebody, like Kevin, could be so stupid.
Yeah, of course he wouldn't. I should put the idea straight out of my head. But that's just what I can't seem to do, Bill. There's definitely something up. He's been funny with me ever since I got back from Scarborough.
In what way, like?
Well, just not himself. He seems to be working every hour God sends.
Yeah, well, that recovery truck that he's just bought, I mean, it's not going to pay for itself sitting on the forecourt, is it? You ought to be happy that he's so busy. I mean, maybe that's why he hasn't been himself lately.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
And you know you were in Scarborough a long time, weren't you? It's going to take a fair while before things get back on a normal footing, innit?
I feel terrible now, you're right. I should be making more of an effort instead of letting all this get to me.
Well, it's easily done.
Do you know, I went into the Rovers today and for 1 minute I thought I saw Natalie's hand on Kevin's. It's my mind playing tricks with me, I know it is. But it's my worst nightmare, Bill. I don't know what I'd do.
Well, like I say, I'm sure our Kevin's got more sense.
Yeah.
Can I have a packet of paper hankies, will I do?
Yeah, of course you can. I'm sorry, Bill.
Hey, speak of the devil.
Look, I'm sorry, Sal. I'm going to be late tonight. Been called out on a breakdown.
There you go, Bill. Thanks.
Right, I'll see you.
Yeah, see you.
Dad.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind.
Yeah, well, you've not heard the best bit. It's in Oldham.
Oldham? No wonder I ever see you be doing call-out work in Oldham.
Well, it's a one-off, innit? He's a regular.
So what time are you going to be back then?
No idea. Car's in a ditch. Probably hit the rush hour traffic on the M62. It's not going to be much before 9 o'clock, I don't think.
Well, I'll dig out one of my recipe books and I'll cook you something special for your tea.
Nah, don't bother.
I want to. Get back as soon as you can, eh?
She came looking for sympathy in a bed for the night. She got both and she moved on.
But where? She ain't got anywhere else to go.
I don't know. I just came in and found a note on the table.
Should we phone police?
Why?
Because she could end up anywhere.
Jude, you gave her money. You gave her a bed for the night. That's more than most people do for a complete stranger. Flipping heck. You'd be talking about adopting her next, never mind a child.
You're right. It were a daft idea. It just felt like the easy option.
I never considered it for one moment. You know why?
Why?
I won't adopt anybody's child. Not yet.
Gary, you're gonna have to face up to this one day, you know.
Why? There's all sorts of treatments for couples like us.
Yeah, but none of them are guaranteed, though.
Well, they're all worth a try. I've just been reading in the paper about this couple who were told that we're never going to have kids and have just had twins.
I just don't want us to be disappointed, that's all.
When all else fails, then we'll try adoption. Not before, eh? Not while we've still got hope.
I've got the Gazette and there's about half a dozen places worth looking at.
That won't be necessary, will it, Des?
No, I've changed my mind. You can stay. Both of you.
And what's more, Des is going to stop making wisecracks every 2 minutes, aren't you, Des?
Provided there's no frolicking in the communal areas.
In fact, we're going to have a house meeting tonight, establish a few ground rules. But first, you're going across the road to buy me a massive bar of chocolate as a thank you.
What did you say to him then?
Told you I could wrap him round my little finger, didn't I?
Don't you believe it? I need the rent, that's all.
Right.
Just muddling along, you know. Oh, I thought you'd fled the country.
I just went out of town, had a bit of a wander about.
You want a beer?
Pint, please.
Pint, please.
Sorry. Have I blown my job then?
No, I told Willie you want to see your probation officer. Just this once, mind you.
Thanks.
It's all right. I'm sorry about what I had to say. Sorry the way it came out, you know.
Well, I deserved it.
Thanks, Sam.
Cheers.
Good luck.
So you and Billy get that job finished then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
Well, that's a pity. I won't get a chance to ask that girl out then.
What can I get you? This is a very special man.
Well, yes, it's true.
I've just taken him round every single clothes shop in Manchester and he still wants to marry me. You want to drink? I'll treat you.
Yeah. Not helping Kevin on the breakdown then?
No, didn't need the two of us. And even your Kev can find his way to Kitchener Street on his own.
Kitchener Street?
Yeah? What's at the call? Regular customer.
He said he was going to Oldham. He wouldn't be back until 9 o'clock.
Well, maybe the call came in afterwards and he didn't tell me.
Or maybe he lied to me. And he's going somewhere after Kitchener Street and he doesn't want me to know where.
So, look, there's probably a perfectly simple explanation for this.
Yeah. I'm sure there is. And I think we both know what it is.